the environment. They went up a level higher, and these rich companies from upstate bought that property that used to be farm property. People in that community used to live off that property.
And can I ask you, is the place where Ronaldson Field is now?
Yeah.
Is that the same place that Rollins was
No.
before? Oh, okay.
It's about a mile west
Okay.
of that. It's still in the community, but it's about a mile west,
Okay.
west of where Ronaldson Field is. So Rollins initially started off dumping chemicals in open pits. And they did it in an area where it used to be farmland. And what they did to conceal it was to plant these rabbit-tail bushes around these lagoons. And you couldn't see it from the road. They put a fence up.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see it from the road. You wasn't allowed to go in there.
Right.
So when they encircled these big lagoons with these rabbit-tail bushes that were so thick, you couldn't see it. But when during the summer months, you would see this fog coming. And this kind of incited a curiosity from my mother. What is that? You know, it get foggy over there. And the foggy would raise at least 7 feet high. Look over there. What?
And it would be kind of just in one area, like
It
off
had
of the lake.
lagoon here,
Yeah.
lagoon there. It looked like it was about maybe 75 or 80 acres. And they had lagoons all over the place.
Yeah.
And you see these trucks go in there at night, and you see them come out. So the telltale thing was that fog coming up. And that created a curiosity within the community. My mother was a community leader. I mean, she was an advocate of, working in the community for a better life, quality of life for people that lived in the community.
Yeah.
So, as I was saying, when the curiosity reached a level of concern, she went to the state. And at that time, it just had, didn't have DEQ, they had...
Was it the ECC? Is that what it was?
They just had, I don't think of it after a while, but they just had that one agency.
Yeah.
And it took care of the land, the water, and everything. So she went to them, and they kind of gave her the runway. So she ended up with a fellow named Willie Fontenot.
Yeah, really know him too. Yeah.
Willie Fontenot was concerned enough about the environment that he took on the state in terms of feeding Mama information that she needed. And there she began to get a foothold into what was going on. So, the thing that really capped it off was we used to hunt in that area. I was an avid rabbit hunter. And I had dogs. And we were hunting south of that. And my dog jumped a rabbit. And the rabbit went over in there where Rollins was. Okay? And then I didn't hear my dog barking anymore. That's unusual, my dog lose a rabbit, because they were a very good dog. So I looked down the road, a gravel road, and my dog was coming back, just wobbling. Here come the other one out the bush, just wobbling. You know, what the world? You know, I got to question myself as to what was going on. What's the matter with him? So when he got to me, was a she dog. Was the first one got there. When she got to me, she just fell down at my feet.
Whoa.
And I reached to pick her up,
Yeah.
and I picked up a handful of hair.
Oh my God. Like coming off of the dog?
Come off of the dog. She had that black mud on.
Yeah.
And I picked her up, and I picked up a handful of hair. Oh my God. So the other three came the same thing. So I threw them in the trunk, put them in the trunk of the car. Kind of left the trunk open where they could get some air.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
headed to Dr. Elephant out here on Allen Highway. Veterinary. Dr. Elephant. He told me, he said, I don't know what your dog got into. He said, but the best thing you can do is euthanize all these dogs. So we had to kill every one of my dogs.
Oh my God.
Then the pastor called a meeting. The pastor of the church
Yeah.
called a meeting. After I told him what had happened, he called a meeting to get a movement on to find out what that was over there.
And how old were you at this time?
I was just got married, just out of college. I was about 25, 26.
Yeah.
When he called a meeting, that night, we had to leave out the church because the stench got so bad